Hi, everyone. This is Rebecca Taylor Shaw. And today I wanted to share a story with you that I hope will inspire or help some of you who are going through some fears, anxieties, or even panic right now about losing your home, not having enough money to pay your mortgage or pay your rent. I went through something similar back in 2007. At the time, my husband and I had recently moved here to the Charleston, South Carolina area. I was in the process of opening the Charleston Hypnosis Center and beginning to build a practice. And he had been hired by a company to do logistics and shipping. That's the arena that he was in. And he was laid off. We went through the 2006, 2007 big, huge real estate economy breakdown then. And he was last hired, first to go. And there was a snafu with him collecting unemployment. The state said he should receive it, but there was just some admin mistakes, errors. And so week after week was going by and that money wasn't coming in. I wasn't bringing in enough for us to pay our bills. And I started going into this deep panic, deep anxiety, spin cycle with my mind. And so I'm sure many of you can relate to this from something in the past, maybe that same time period, maybe it's happening to you now, but my mind was going into this pattern of worry, projecting the worst. And I see this happening with people all the time. It's just a pattern that when things get bad, we think about the worst. It's almost like one of my clients said, it's a chess game to think about the worst case scenarios, what could happen, and then try to be prepared for that mentally. So the dialogue that was going through my head every day, several times a day, was, what if I lose my job? What if we lose this house? Where are we going to live? Will we be able to live in the same school district? Will we be able to find a place where we can take our dog? And so it just went on and on. What will happen? What will we do? What if, what if, what if? And it was the negative what ifs. And my mood, my energy just kept sinking down, 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 down. And then one day I woke up and I asked myself this question, and I meditate a lot. I'm really deeply a big believer in silent meditation to quiet your mind and to get insights. And so to break this spin cycle that I was in, I heard myself say, when I was telling myself these worst case scenario stories and how I was going to react to them and how I was going to prepare and what furniture I was going to keep and what furniture I was going to get rid of as we moved into a tiny apartment. I heard myself ask, how's this story working for you, Beck? How's this story working for you? And then this other voice inside of me said, it's not working too well. It's not. And so I asked myself, okay, if this narrative is not working for me, what do I need to think instead? What can I think instead? And there was nothing I could do at that point. I was doing the work that I could do. There was nothing I could do to help my husband find a new job faster. So I began to, every day, my knee-jerk response to those negative, anxious stories was to force myself to ask myself a question and go into a different story. a story of a desired outcome. So when I would start with this, what I would do is I would envision my husband finding a job, but not just any job, a job that he really loved. And then when the stress would come up again, I'd add some more vignettes to it. At the time, he really enjoyed traveling for work. He didn't like being stuck in an office every day. So I would say, okay, well, and he has a job that not only does he love, but he gets to travel from time to time. And then the next time the anxiety would come up, I would go into a different vignette of what I call the successful outcome or positive outcome story. And I told myself, we're going to have great benefits, that this job is going to have really great health benefits for our family. And every day I did this. And as I recall, I probably did this for about 2 or 3 months. Every day I would make myself go into the story of what I wanted to see happen, positive outcomes, potential what ifs that were really exciting. And the first thing I began to notice is that my anxiety level began to drop. And I was just very clear about letting go of worrying about things that I can't control. And so how the story ends for me is that one day I'm at work, I'm on my lunch break, and my husband calls me and he goes, hey, guess what? I got the job offer. I got the job. And it has great health benefits for our family. I really like my boss, and I'm going to get to travel some, so it's just really good all the way around. And I started laughing, and I didn't say anything. I was just smiling and thinking about all my stories. And he said, well, gosh, you don't even sound that excited for me. And I don't know if I said this out loud. I probably didn't. I probably said, yes, I am very excited for you. But in my head, I remember distinctly saying, well, it's because I've been visualizing this for weeks now. This is exactly the outcome that I had hoped for you, wished for you, and wished for our family. So the reason I wanted to share this story today is that there are many things that all of us are going through with this COVID-19 crisis, and most of them we cannot control. But the one thing you can control are the narratives that you create in your mind. And so I encourage you to take this time and your reaction be to your own stressful stories, your own stressful narratives, to worrisome outcomes that you probably have no control over, is to redirect your mind. Redirect your mind to tell stories that are positive, encouraging, uplifting for you. To write them out, to journal them, to go into positive what ifs. And, you know, for anyone who might argue that that's Pollyanna or sticking your head in the sand, it's not. It's not that we're not aware of the things that, negative outcomes that could happen, but do everything you can to take action under the circumstances. And then when your mind is trying to figure out how to do more, I encourage you to go into this mindfulness exercise of positive visualization. Get into it, and every time those worrisome thoughts come up, respond with a different piece of that positive visualization. If you have any questions on this, how to do it, how in your specific situation, I would suggest that you respond to whatever stresses you're experiencing. I am happy to answer your questions. Just message me. You can private message me through Facebook. You can go to one of my websites, RebeccaTaylorShaw.com, or CharlestonHypnosisCenter.com, and my emails are there. Reach out to me. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to give you my phone number. Text me, 843-597-9200. Text me your questions, and if I can help you get through this time in a more positive way, I'm happy to help.